Do you think you keep scrolling because you chose to? Adorable. Your brain is just looking for one more tiny surprise before bed. You opened your phone for one tiny thing, a message, the weather, or the time. Then, 47 minutes later, you're researching shark attacks in supermarkets. Important work, obviously. You did not choose 47 videos, you chose the next one again and again. The lazy answer is discipline. It is also boring, rude, and not very useful. Modern feeds are built like tiny reward machines. Not every clip is good. That is the point. Most polls are ordinary, but the next poll might be brilliant, strange, or weirdly personal. A few clips are dull, one is funny, one is amazing. Your brain keeps checking the lottery. That little word, might, is the trapdoor hiding under your thumb. Your brain loves prediction. It constantly asks what happens next. If the answer is obvious, attention relaxes. If it is uncertain, attention leans forward. Like a tiny detective with a magnifying glass, bad posture, and no exit strategy. That is why random rewards are powerful. Uncertainty makes checking feel worthwhile. A vending machine with the same chocolate bar is nice. It is also predictably unexciting. Now imagine one that sometimes gives chocolate, sometimes nothing, sometimes a tiny hat, and sometimes comedy gold. Your brain knows the next pull could be nonsense. It also knows it could be the jackpot. That uneven possibility wheel is enough to keep the lever moving. Short-form feeds use the same loop. Scroll, maybe, surprise, repeat. People call this dopamine. Sort of true, also a little too simple. Dopamine is not happy juice. It helps with motivation, learning, attention, and reward prediction. The feed does not need every video to be excellent. It needs the next one to seem worth checking. Leave or one more. The bright door is rarely the sensible one. A bad video can make you scroll faster. Skip, wait, stay. Treasure exists somewhere in this swamp. Congratulations! You are now a prospector mining clips of strangers arguing with kitchen appliances. The second trick is simpler. Scrolling removes the ending. Books end, episodes end, games end, even chips eventually become an empty silver pillow of regret. But the feed has no natural finish line. You cannot complete the internet and go outside. Stopping cues are moments that let your brain ask, do I actually want to continue? Without them, the session becomes thousands of tiny decisions. Tiny decisions are sneaky. Ask someone for an hour of random clips and cold tea, they might say no. Ask for one more clip. Suddenly, even a couch can become a national border. The third trick is personalization. Your feed slowly learns which version of you is easiest to catch. The algorithm is not a wizard inside your phone. It is more like a very fast waiter watching your face. You pause, rewatch, or skip. Those are tiny signals, but the waiter notices. Pause plus rewatch plus skip becomes one message. Bring me more like this. Skip 3 recipes, then stare at stretchy cheese. The waiter definitely notices that. Over time, the feed becomes a mirror trained by tired, bored, curious, stressed, and procrastinating moments. This is where the phrase brain rot enters the story. Oxford named brain rot its 2024 word of the year. Its recorded use rose by 230%. That spike tells us something. People recognize the feeling even while joking about it. My brain is cooked. I watched too much nonsense. Why do I know the meme but not my keys? The feeling is real. Your mind can seem completely full and strangely empty at the same time. Your brain is not literally rotting. It is not a banana forgotten in a warm car. But repetition trains routes. The route from a quiet moment to scrolling can get very easy. When every pause gets filled instantly, boredom can start to feel like an emergency. Research links problematic phone or short video use with attention problems, procrastination, anxiety, and disengagement. It shows associations, not destiny. One silly clip is not a disaster. A little nonsense after work is part of being human. The pattern matters when the feed becomes the default answer to every discomfort. Bored? Scroll. Waiting? Scroll. Sad? Scroll. Hard task? Scroll. Existing quietly for 12 seconds? Absolutely unacceptable. Deploy the rectangle. Each escape teaches the brain the fastest route away from effort. Practice makes that route easier to find. There is also fear of missing out, the sense that culture is happening somewhere without you. The internet feels like 14 million meetings happening at once. Half of them are apparently about sauce. No, human brain was designed to attend all of those meetings, tabs, trends, and notifications. So what actually helps build an exit instead of blaming yourself? Not shame. Shame is terrible software with an even worse user interface. The useful move is to put stopping cues back into the experience. Set a timer before opening the app. Before, not after. Future you is remarkably slippery. A timer beside the phone creates a small appointment with reality. Move the app away from the home screen. Tiny friction is surprisingly useful. If your thumb opens the feed from muscle memory, your thumb has quietly become the manager. Use subscriptions, planned playlists, or a finite queue when possible. Give the session an ending. A planned path is less exciting than an endless spiral. That is precisely why it helps. Endless recommendations wear a fake mustache and insist they are just one harmless suggestion. Create a parking lot for curiosity. Write the question down. Then check it later. Do you urgently need to know why medieval doors were tiny? Maybe. Write it down first. Before unlocking, name the mission, messages, one video, or avoiding taxes honestly. Avoiding taxes is not ideal. At least honesty stops your phone from running the meeting. The goal is not to become a monk with a wooden calendar who stares wisely at soup. The goal is to stop letting the feed decide when you're finished. You choose a finish line. The feed chooses never. There is no final boss, no credits, and no tiny internet employee telling you that you have seen enough. Curiosity is not the problem. It is one of the best things about being human. Give a curious brain an infinite slot machine, though, and it will pull both levers. When you notice yourself scrolling into another dimension, remember that you are not fighting one video, you are fighting a loop. Loops need exits, not heroic victories. Build the exit, a timer, friction, a planned path, and a place to park curiosity. Then close the loop before it decides to close around you. The next video will still be there. Use the phone for the thing you meant to do and give curiosity a door, a finish line, and somewhere better to go.